Hi guys, I'm Mitchell Fox, owner of Fox Cigar Bar, and today we're going to start kind of bringing you some, educational videos. There's three basic kind of things with cigars. There's usually mild, medium, and full-bodied cigars. So if you're a beginner, you want to start with a mild cigar. You'll have a bad smoking experience if you start with something that's too strong. So you want to start with something super mild, super simple. You can add some flavor to it, and I'll show you kind of a couple differences on that, but you don't need to overcomplicate it. Your first few cigars, you just kind of want to get the whole way to smoke a cigar down and just kind of enjoy it and enjoy the sensation of having a cigar and actually relaxing for a little bit with your favorite cocktail. So let's kind of jump into this. This has always been my go-to. 25 years selling cigars to people. Perdomo has been around and they make a champagne. It's called the Champagne. This is a Connecticut shade wrapper. This cigar right here, for the price point, it's around a $10 stick. It's under $10 actually. This cigar has the mild wrapper, you can see. So super simple. There's all kinds of different ways to call the wrappers. There's Sumatra, there's Habano, there's this, that, the other. Just look at the wrapper. Look, it's a mild looking cigar. It's probably gonna smoke and taste on the mild side. So that is a perfect, simple way to start. You can never go wrong. It's smooth all the way through. It's not harsh. It's not gonna make you sick where the next day you're like, oh my God, I didn't do that right. You know, I hate that. You don't wanna come back. The goal is to have a good experience when you first start smoking cigars. So start with something simple, Perdomo Champagne, something like this right here. Next up, Montecristo always makes a simple, mild cigar. I say simple, it's got a lot of complex flavors and hints of this and that, but this cigar just tastes good. It's smooth all the way through. It's got a little bit more on the price point. Price point's affected by a lot of different factors, how long it's been aged, but Montecristo is a good one. This cigar could be anywhere from 10 to 12 bucks, so still pretty reasonable. That's kind of the go-to price point these days of cigars. That $10 to $14 stick range is kind of what you should expect when you go into a humidor. But Montecristo, once again, has the mild Connecticut wrapper. You can kind of just see the coloring on that. Very simple, very mild looking. That's how it's gonna smoke, yet it will have some more flavor to it because the inside obviously is blended with different tobaccos. That's what gives it a different taste. By the way, 50% of the taste is usually in the wrapper. So the wrapper is kind of the most important thing to get your basis for a cigar. Next up, Ashton Cabinet. A little bit more of a treat. The tobacco's aged a little bit longer. This is actually made for Ashton by Arturo Fuente. The best blender of cigars in the world is the Fuente. So you're never gonna get anything wrong there. This cigar right here, once again, the light colored wrapper. So you can kind of just see right there, great looking cigar. A little bit more age on this guy. This cigar is probably 12 to 13 bucks, somewhere in that range. But also you'll notice size-wise, all these cigars are on the smaller side, usually referred to as Robusto size. Okay, Robusto size is a great size to start with because it's not overwhelming. This cigar will last you probably for an hour. This is a good hour smoke. But if you smoke something that's a big Churchill or something else, the more tobacco you get, the more nicotine, the heavier it gets. And if you're not used to smoking cigars, you're not gonna feel great after. So stick with a smaller cigar. Don't overdo it when you get started smoking cigars. A couple other real quick kind of favorites if you wanna add a little bit more and get a little spicier, so to speak. This guy right here is one of the most famous wrappers in the world. This is a Arturo Fuente Short Story. And the Short Story is blended with a Cameroon wrapper. So that's the rarest cigar wrapper in the world. So that gives it a little bit of sweetness. This cigar, super little, small little guy, but believe it or not, this is still about a 40-minute smoke, 30, 40-minute smoke. It's a perfect starting cigar. Last but not least, Rocky Patel makes tons of great cigars. This is his new, happens to be one of his hot cigars right now, the Gold Label. The Gold Label has more, it's a Habano wrapper, which once again, you're not gonna know what that means, it doesn't matter. But basically you can see the wrapper has a little bit more darkness to it, which means a little bit more richness and flavor. Still not harsh, still a good beginning cigar. So just because it's a little bit darker does not mean it's gonna be a harsher cigar. So if you kind of peel this off, you can kind of see the coloring on that cigar. A little bit different from the lighter Connecticut, but there is no wrong or right answer in cigars. There is just different. So I encourage you, try different stuff. Keep with basic things. A smaller size, something on the mild side when you go in there, and tell the tobacconist at your local store that you are a beginner and you're just getting started, to not overwhelm you with something crazy. And you don't always have to spend a fortune to get a good cigar. To recap, we got the Perdomo Champagne, we have the Montecristo Classic Series, we have the Ashton Cabinet, Arturo Fuente Short Story with Cameroon wrapper, and Rocky Patel's very popular now gold label with the Habano wrapper. All these, by the way, available as a 5-pack or individually or by a box on foxcigar.com or at one of the cigar bars, Fox Cigar Bar Scottsdale or Gilbert location, and the new one opening in Surprise, Arizona. So that's where you can grab these cigars if you want to give them a try. Guys, let's hear what you have to say about all this. Tell me what your favorite beginner cigar was. Am I right on with everything I kind of said, or is there a different one? Is there a better way to recommend to people? Customers always ask, so we'd love to know. So make sure you share all your feedback on what a great mild beginning cigar is. Keep it mild, keep it smooth, keep it short and sweet. Enjoy your beginning cigar experience.